Calling my family is part of my daily routine. Whether I'm washing the dishes, cleaning the house, or cooking, I almost always call someone. I call my mom, I call my dad, I call my aunt, whoever answers first. And sometimes they're doing chores too. And somehow, without even planning it, we both become productive. We laugh, we encourage each other, we share advice. By the time we hang up, the dishes are done, the house is clean, and somehow our hearts feel lighter too. I love that. But then comes one of the strangest moments of my day. The call ends. I put my phone down, I kneel to pray, and it's just quiet. No conversation, no voice. Just silence. I've often called it the agony of the silence. Have you ever felt that? You pray about the same thing for days, weeks, maybe even years. You pour your heart out to God, you tell Him everything, and when you finish, nothing seems to happen. No answer, no direction, no overwhelming feeling that He has heard you. Just silence. And if we are honest, that's when the questions begin. God, are you listening? Are you there? Why won't you answer me? Can I tell you something? I don't think those questions make you a bad Christian. I think they reveal something very human. Because every relationship we've ever known has taught us the same thing. When you speak, you expect a response. When I call my mom, I hear her voice. And when I call my aunt, we always have a conversation. So without even realizing it, we sometimes expect prayer to work the same way. We speak, then we wait for God to speak back in a way we can recognize. And when He doesn't, we conclude that He's silent. But did God ever promise that prayer would work like a phone call? When I started reading the Bible more carefully, I noticed something. Some of the people closest to God walked through seasons that felt painfully quiet. David cried, "How long, O Lord?" Job asked questions that seemed to disappear into the silence. Joseph spent years in prison with no explanation. Even Jesus prayed in the Garden of Gethsemane. The Father didn't remove the cup. The cross still came. So maybe feeling God silent isn't evidence that your faith is failing. Maybe it's one of the places where faith grows. Here's what I'm slowly learning. God's silence doesn't necessarily mean God is absent. Sometimes we've confused God not answering the way we expected with God not working at all. But the Bible tells a different story. While Joseph sat in prison, God was preparing a palace. And while Esther couldn't see God's hand, He was preserving an entire nation. While Jesus lay in the tomb, God was accomplishing the greatest victory in history. From earth, it looked like silence. From heaven, it was redemption unfolding. Maybe that's true in our lives too. Maybe the silence isn't empty. Maybe God is working in ways we simply cannot see yet. That doesn't make waiting easy. It doesn't remove the ache. It doesn't answer every question. But it reminds me that my experience is not the measure of God's presence. Because God has already spoken. He has spoken through His word. He has spoken through His Son. And every time I open my Bible, I'm reminded that the God who sometimes feels silent has never stopped revealing who He is. So maybe the question isn't, why is God silent? Maybe the better question is, can I trust Him even when He feels silent? Because faith isn't believing only when we hear God's voice. Faith is trusting God's character, even when all we hear is silence. So, if you are in a season where God feels silent, don't stop praying. Don't assume He has abandoned you. And don't mistake His silence for His absence. Sometimes God does His deepest work where we cannot yet see. And maybe that's where you are today.